Hello, my people. As usual, this is Billy Peps, and apart from selling cars, yes, I'm in the showroom, yeah. But apart from selling cars to you, I always advise you for those people who expect to buy cars. And today's topic is a bit sensitive, so I'm just asking for your few minutes. Watch till the end. They are in different topics. That's why nimeshika simu yangu hapa, so that we can take you through, so that you take note of this before you make this mistake or you fall victim when you are coming to buy these cars. Is that clear? So number one, you all know that you can buy a car through cash, hire purchase, or bank finance. Okay. Now, these two, cash is always the best method, right? But if you opt to go for hire purchase, which we always do, and I advocate for it because hire purchase is simple. You only need your ID, your KRA. Within 3 hours, you've gone with your car. Unlike bank finance, that will take like 3 weeks or so. But now, this is the bitter truth about hire purchase that you need to know. When you're buying this car on hire purchase, remember there is monthly installments. You see, I've seen circumstances like the last 2 months whereby somebody just ameangukia tu deal. Somebody has gotten some money, he decides to come and buy a car on hire purchase, and he forgets that there are monthly installments that you will be paying, and you are not sure of the source of that monthly installments. So the bitter truth that most of the car dealers won't tell you is check your income very well before you sign that agreement. If you are not able to pay the monthly installments, because before you sign, we always tell you your monthly installments will be 30, 40, 50, 60, 80. Before you append your signature, please ask yourself, are you able to raise the 50K that you are signing? That's how some cars end up being repossessed. So I thought I should remind you that as much as I'm selling these cars, but I also don't want my clients to get themselves into a problem of failing to pay. That's number one. Number two, when you're buying this car, it's always a good feeling when you're acquiring your first car, especially your first car. It's always a very good feeling. But remember, this car also comes with maintenance costs. Okay? It's never hard to maintain this, especially these Japanese cars. Long gone are the days whereby you used to be told, the problem is not buying a car. The problem is that, no. If you are a one-man use, or man is a general word, if you are the only person using that car, you'll use it very well. And maintenance, like for a car like these normal cars, you'll end up spending like just maintenance alone, oil filter, and air cleaner. That's like 4,000 in many of these Japanese cars, like 4,000, and that can push you even for a year. The other small things can come, but I want you to budget for that. Okay? I also want you to budget that there is also maintenance. It's not just a matter of acquiring a car to be seen you are driving a car. There's also the maintenance part of it. But in these days, most of these cars, most of the recurring problems in Zilikuwa, they are fixed. So whenever you're buying a car, put that in mind. Another issue, online prices. Okay? Also, all my cars, I post them online. I always give prices online. I've always told you, don't trust everything you see online. Okay, I've seen that happening. Here in town, somebody has traveled, he comes, he says, Billy, I know this guy is supposed to be 2 million because he has been seeing people posting online. And on ground, I tell him, walk other showrooms you see. The guy is around 2.83 million, 2.83 million. There is these things that people post to attract you to come. You've traveled all the way. This person knows, provided you've arrived on ground, you'll have to buy that car. You'll have to look for other means to get, hata kama ni kukopa, get money from banks and elsewhere to top up to buy that car. That is something people use to attract you. The prices that we give, we always make sure I give you the price that when you come, you will get the same price on ground. And more so, you realize that that is the same thing. You realize, because we never change, no wonder we don't hide. The face that you saw online is the face that you'll see when you come. So don't trust every price you see. I don't want to mention sites, especially sites that I've seen people lying there. And in many cases, you'll never see the face of that person. I always advise, come to the showroom, see the car, look at the paperwork. The price now on ground is more important than the price you see online. We've always tried. For those clients, all of them have sold cars. You can bear me witness. The price I post online, I've never changed it. I've never changed that price. It remains that way. But I don't put prices there to attract you. That's something I'll never do. The price I post is what you will come to see. So online prices, be very cautious. Especially, there's a saying that says, when the deal is so good, think twice. Okay? So put that in mind. And also do some homework on those prices before you fall trap into that. I've seen people saying, We have showrooms in Malindi, in Lamu, whereby you only deposit 490 for a Toyota Harrier. Where on earth, bro? Toyota Harrier is taking deposit of 2 million, 1.9. You see? So such things, and you see Kenyans being conned. The moment you send commitment fee, you are done. And the same thing comes to commitment fee. We don't ask for commitment fee. Don't fall trap of the commitment fee. Number 4, when you're buying this car, I've repeated this thing several times, and I've seen people coming to town to buy these cars, and still we go through the same problem. When you're buying a car, there are other charges that come attached to that car. If, for example, a car like this is a Subaru Outback, if it's going for 2.9 or 3 million, that's not all. Remember, there is insurance of this car. Give it like 6% of the value of this car. Okay. There is the tracker if you're buying it on hire purchase. There is the tracker that comes at hand. And remember, when you're coming to buy these cars are not registered. You'll also have to go through the cost of the KD, the green plates. They charge 1,000 per day before you get your physical plates, which will take like between 5 to 10 days. Okay. So there are other charges. The other charges that I have not said, we also have service. These cars, they come with the oil from Japan. So when you come to buy the car, you have to do three things: oil filter, and air cleaner, which will cost you between 3,000 and 5,000, depending with the model and the size of the engine of the car you've bought. So please don't think it is the only thing that matters is the price of the car. We also have other charges. So whenever you are coming, please do your calculations very well. If you're coming to buy a car in Mombasa, also factor the fuel costs of going back to Nairobi, and also factor the driver if you need one to take you back to Nairobi. And I've said that in my previous video. I encourage you to drive during the day. Kuja nunua gari, get a place, sleep, then leave. Or if it's at night, then you must be driven with somebody who knows that highway well. You don't have to take risks. You spend a lot, don't take a risk, okay? The other thing is about insurance, okay? There are so many insurance companies that are all over now. Please ask for those people who have more information about this insurance company. Don't fall trap to these cheap insurance companies, whereby after you've bought a car, God forbid anything happening to that car, nobody's there to follow up. So there are companies that are very well known. They are very good, especially companies that you are advised by that showroom you're buying. It doesn't matter whether you're coming to buy from us or somebody else. It doesn't matter. The insurance company that showroom advises you, in many cases, they have worked together and they have proved to be legit. So whenever you're buying, please be advised accordingly on the insurance company that you're going to take. The other issue that I want to insist on, remember, Kenya imports cars that have been used abroad for 8 years, okay? But here, when you buy, you say, nimenunua brand new car. Me and you know that's not a brand new car because it's not 0 mileage, right? These cars have been used elsewhere, in many cases in Japan, for the last 8 years. So the condition of this car cannot be factory condition, that it has just come from the factory. So there are one or two things in some cars that might been worn out, maybe some little complication, as much as it's new. So when you're buying, first of all, insist, have to check the roadworthy certificate that was issued from Japan, because the car ilifanyiwa inspection. Please let the showroom show you that certificate. It's called Certificate of Roadworthiness. Imefanyiwa na QISJ in Japan. Is that clear? Because hiyo ni certificate kuonesha gari ilifanyiwa inspection na ikapita. Of course, haitakuwa atiko perfect clean. That's why you also need a third eye when you are buying. Unaangalia gari vizuri before, because I repeat, this car is not from the factory. This car is from a previous owner in Japan. Are we together? Look at those two things. Look at the certificate of roadworthiness. Look at the administrative documents that you are given, because that one shows the details of that car, and also if duty has been paid or duty has not been paid. That's why I always say, if you're buying a car, let us go step by step to ensure you don't make those minor mistakes. The other thing is about the car specs. I've said this several times. There is nothing painful that buying the same car as your neighbor, then you realize your neighbor's car has more features than yours, and maybe you bought this car at the same price. This is where I always do. Due diligence has to be done before you settle on a car. And when you are settling on this car, what specs does this car come with? Okay, there are some that are irrelevant, but there are some that you can't afford to miss. You see, your neighbor has the same car, more features than yours, and you bought the same price. So please do it's called do some due diligence before settling on that car. No, and I always tell my clients, I always ask you a question: do you want the basic trim? Do you want the highest trim, the fully loaded? So that when you're coming, I'll show you. For those people who have bought cars from me, you can bear me witness. Your car must have this, your car must, we tick the boxes. It must have this, it must have this, it must have this. So that even when you go back to where you come from, if your neighbor says, I have this car, mine has this, obviously yours will not miss that. So put that in consideration about the specs. Do some homework or involve people who have more information about those cars. The other thing is about the car prices. I've said many and many times, whenever you see me appear in front of the camera, then I tell you, this is the deal of the day. I've done my research. I've compared nearly all the showrooms. Remember, all the showrooms were in one group. So I can be able to tell, if I tell you this car is 2.9, you're not going to get 2.9 elsewhere. I've done my research. And if somebody promised you that he will give you 2.7, go and see the car physically. So we always do some due diligence before we settle on these cars, okay? So don't fall trap of that. The other thing, the second last thing, which I've also said, middlemen, they are not bad, they are okay. But sometimes communicate with the showroom first, agree with the what? With the price with the showroom. Now when they come, you've already agreed the price. Because now by so doing, the price will never change. But when they come in one way or another and they tell us, hey, Billy, you have to do something, I need to get something out of this deal. And maybe it's your brother, maybe it's your uncle, maybe it's your family member. They will never tell you. But tell that person who is coming to inspect the car for you, your core business here is to inspect the car. Because you've seen cases whereby I say this car is 2.9, I'm just giving an example. This car is 2.9, but when you reach on ground, you see I've told you this car is 2.95 or 3 million. Why? Ask yourself what happened in between there. The person you came with maybe wants more money on it. That's why I always say, the same way you saw my prices online, just come that way. But if you pass through somebody, obviously I'm going to change. Not unless that person has not asked for anything. If somebody asks for money, it will be on your side, okay? Then lastly, this debate of Nairobi and Mombasa, we talked about it. I've seen people making videos there. Me, I'm always a truthful man. If you want to buy a locally used car, Nairobi has better options than in Mombasa. Of course, the prices and variety. If you want to buy a foreign used car, Mombasa beats Nairobi flat. I did a video and I explained to that because in Mombasa, we have more than 400 showrooms. And funny enough, all of them, they are within the island. All of them. So in Mombasa, there are so many varieties. And because of that competition, the prices of these foreign used cars is better than in Nairobi. Because even the cost, somebody has just gotten the car from the port straight to the showroom. There are no charges of ferrying this car from the port to Nairobi. So you realize the prices of foreign used cars in Mombasa, they are slightly lower compared to Nairobi. But when you come to locally used cars, that one there's no debate. There are so many varieties in Nairobi, and even the prices, they are lower in Nairobi than in Mombasa. Truth be said, that is something many car sellers in Mombasa won't tell you, but it's a fact. Okay, Nairobi alone holds 47% of the total cars in Kenya. So there's more variety of local used cars in Nairobi than in Mombasa. Having said that, guys, I don't want to keep you waiting. I've said many times, if you need a car, please contact us. My number is always down there. We'll help you get the best car on a better deal. Till the next one, guys, all I thought is Bella, ciao.